another daily roundup of Russian Telegram chatter. Read the disclaimer below, please. Your like and subscribe is appreciated, it helps with increasing the reach of the channel. On Telegram today, the investigative committee reported the arrest of the deputy commander of the Leningrad military district, Major General Valery Mamandranov. He is suspected of receiving a bribe on an especially large scale, Part 6, Article 290 of the Criminal Code of the Russian Federation. According to the investigation, while previously holding the position of head of the Resource Provision Department of the Russian Defense Ministry and being responsible for the clothing supply of the Russian armed forces, Mamandranov facilitated the conclusion of contracts with commercial organizations for the supply of uniforms in the interests of the Russian Defense Ministry, including to the territory of the SVO, for a total of more than 1.5 billion rubles. For this assistance, he received a bribe on an especially large scale for a total of over 20 million rubles. The investigative committee of the Russian Federation said in a statement, "The question of choosing a preventive measure for the general is currently being decided." During the investigation, it was revealed that he and his family members own numerous properties in Moscow and Voronezh worth more than 120 million rubles, the legality of which is being checked. Earlier, the VCHK OGPU reported the emergence of new defendants in a high-profile criminal case on the theft of 2 billion rubles during the supply of body armor for Russian military personnel to the combat zone in Ukraine by the Picket Group of companies. The famous Russian banker Mikhail Kuzovlev, former head of the Bank of Moscow and Dom RF, who disappeared from all information radars since the beginning of the SVO, and who is also the closest associate and friend of the head of VTB Andrei Kostin, despite his citizenship in several foreign jurisdictions, Cyprus, Great Britain, St. Kitts, continues to conduct banking business in Russia and successfully circumvent the possible imposition of personal sanctions. However, in the spring of 2024, the credit institution fell under another package of European sanctions, thereby paralyzing the bank's work and destroying the plans of the new owner. According to the source, the bank is currently experiencing serious liquidity problems, and the owner is trying to sell it to various government agencies. Vladimir Putin's secretly planned trip to Kursk was cancelled for security reasons. Putin is paranoid about his life at the moment. Instead of Kursk, Putin flew to Kyzyl for a day on his way to Ulaanbaatar. The intrigue here is whether Putin will be accompanied in Tuva by the most respected Tuvan, former defense minister Sergei Shoigu. What is the need for the president to travel to Tuva? And if the visit to the Tiger will be together with the former defense minister, whose entourage almost in its entirety ended up in pre-trial detention on various corruption charges due to their activities in the defense ministry. After Mongolia, Putin will go to the Eastern Economic Forum. Russia forced to buy cash dollars from Rwanda after sanctions tightened. In January 2024, Russia acquired cash dollars in the amount of $29,210,000 from the African state of Rwanda. This is evidenced by data from Russian customs statistics. The shipment included $100 banknotes. According to the customs declaration, their total weight was 292.1 kilograms. The cash was purchased from the Rwandan Ministry of Defense, and the buyer on the Russian side was Rosaboronexport, the only state intermediary for trade in military products. The chat is unverified. I do not endorse the views expressed. Be wary of disinformation. Has this content been useful to you? Would you like to see more research and translation content from Beefeater Fella? If you do, and you want to stay up to date with my work, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel now. It takes just a few seconds and it's free. This is really important. Your support and recommendations can make a big difference to the channel. To those who have supported me on Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee, you are simply awesome.